Welcome back everyone to Racing Reviews, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Alfa Romeo Formula 1 2021 car, the C41. How does it compare to the last 2 years of incredible Alfa Romeo livery, some of my favourites on the 2019 and 2020 grid? But as always, if you are new, feel free to subscribe. I hope you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on this year's Alfa Romeo livery in the comment section down below. I'll be joining you very shortly once this video goes live. But without further ado, let's take a look at this car. Let's take a look at this livery. That's what you're here for. What's new? What's different? How does it compare? And here it is. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I feel it's going to be a polarising one, just like the McLaren, and I suppose just like the Alfa Tauri. But my initial thoughts? I absolutely love it. Downright fantastic. Well done, Alfa Romeo. My favourite livery so far on the 2021 grid. For me, it's kind of got those mid-2000s Sauber vibes. And that's a theme I think that was throughout the entire presentation today, was that re-emergence of the Sauber name. We'll talk about that in a moment's time, why they could potentially be doing that. However, those 2007, 2008 BMW Sauber liveries with the white and blue is just replaced by the white and burgundy. Sprinkle in a few extra features, a couple of new sponsors, a burgundy halo carried over from last year, and you've got a cracking livery. There will certainly be people, rightly so, pointing out this livery is practically an inverted 2019 and 2020 Alfa Romeo livery. And what I mean by that is last season, the engine cover, the rear structure of the car was burgundy. This year it's white. The side pods from the car last year were white. This year they're burgundy. It's almost been flipped on its head. But in this instance, I think it really works. The true test, though, of how good this livery really is going to be once it hits the track. I've got very similar thoughts with this year's Alfa Tauri. Looks good in the initial shots, but under studio lighting with 3D renders, it's always a little bit difficult to really interpret what it's going to look like. This Alfa Romeo car, I believe, this is the 2020 car with a brand new nose on it. We didn't really get a chance to see intricate detail, the way the stage was set up and the whole over-dramatic show, which was very, very Ferrari. We didn't really get to see the car all that much. So these images and everything you've seen on screen so far is basically all we've got. That could mean, once we've got the new chassis, once it's out on track, it's a bit of a stinker. I doubt it. But Alfa Tauri, already from what we've seen, from them now moving away from those 3D renders into real life shots, looks a lot better than we saw the other day. I'm starting to think this Alfa Romeo could be even better in the flesh. So some of you that have got mixed feelings, I would say hold your judgment until winter testing in a few weeks' time, especially under the floodlights in Bahrain for round 1. This could be awesome. In a moment's time, we'll jump over to our tier list, take a look at how this Alfa Romeo livery compares to the likes of McLaren and Alfa Tauri that we have already seen in 2021. But just before we do that, it's my favourite part of these livery reveals, one of my favourite bits. It's helmet review time. I don't know if I want to stick with that name. We're going to roll with it today. I haven't come up with a title, but it's our chance to take a look at the helmet designs of our drivers for this season. So far, all 4 drivers that we have covered in this mini segment of our 2021 liveries have revealed their helmet designs, and today is the exact same. We'll start off with Antonio Giovinazzi, who is running a very similar design to the last couple of years. I would say, judging on the images we have been provided by Alfa Romeo, it is the exact same as last season. It differs slightly to the first season he ran in F1, but it's a bit of a classic. Similar to Seb Vettel's idea, white base, the Italian flag running through this one. But what I do think is quite a neat little touch, which not a lot of people know about, is Antonio's wasp he carries on the back of the helmet. Not too sure why he's got that there. It's something I would love to ask in the future. But a simple helmet, not too bad. What is more interesting, and I think I'm probably reading into this a little bit too much, is Kimi Raikkonen's new helmet for 2021. Here it is, and I know some of you don't really care about helmet design all that much, and I'm definitely way too over the top with it, but why this is interesting is that this is quite a big change for Kimi Raikkonen, and I'm probably reading into this way too much, but this to me screams of a tribute helmet to his Formula 1 career. Over the last couple of years, they've been very basic designs from Raikkonen. Red and white, happy days. He doesn't care all that much. But we've got a bit of gold in there. Very, very similar to the design he wore at Lotus. We've got a bit of blue in there, maybe signifying his time at Sauber. Much more black integrated, maybe harkening back to those McLaren days. Lots more red for Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. I'm probably reading way too much into this. But if this does end up being his last helmet, and that is the reason, that's pretty cool. But before we go, it's tier list time. I've made you wait long enough. So far in our list, it's been pretty lackluster, I think's a good word for it, with McLaren down in average. Alpha Tauri only one above them in good. I feel like I would want to move them up now. It's too late. It's too late. We'll have to see over the next few weeks. But where am I putting Alfa Romeo? I love it. I really do love it. But I've got to wait and see it on track before I put it in legendary. So it's going in great. An awesome livery. Inverted. Is that a cop-out? I don't think so. Chuck in some BMW Sauber, even Toyota vibes from the mid-2000s, and you've got a winner. Well done, Alfa Romeo. You're the best livery so far. Can anyone beat them? Well, just before we go, screenshot time at the ready. Actually, I've got a quick announcement at the very end, so 2 seconds, screenshot time at the ready. Here are your remaining 7 of your car launches in 2021. We've got Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Alfa Tauri out of the way. Red Bull are tomorrow. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Tomorrow, Red Bull. Next week, we have Alpine and Mercedes on the 2nd of March. Only a day later is the launch of Aston Martin. Very much looking forward to that one. On the 5th, it's Williams. The 10th is Ferrari. And the only team yet to announce, of course they have, is Haas F1. Lots of talk at the moment of Rich Energy potentially coming back to F1. Also BWT, the pink sponsor for Racing Point over the last few years. They're doing a bit of shopping. Maybe they could go to Williams, but I think with a TBC for Haas suggests that they're not done yet. They've still got some work to do. So I think that's why it's taking a little bit longer than normal for the team that normally launches first over the last couple of seasons. But let me know your thoughts on this year's Alfa Romeo in the comment section down below. We have also launched a fantasy league. It's back for this season. The code will be in the description. I'll also pop it at the top in the pinned comment. So if you want to join, it's open, it's free to everybody, and come and have some fun. That'll be in the comments down below. And that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with your Red Bull launch. But for now, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.